Hey, this message goes out to all my chosen ones. Hey, look, don't be fooled in this world when people try to make you seem, especially social media and TV and everything in this world tries to make you think that chasing a pipe dream and everything like that is important right now. And I'm speaking of, and I'm not speaking down on anybody's dreams or anything like that, but I'm just speaking personally, from my point of view. You look at so many people chasing dreams. They're trying to be rappers and entertainers and, athletes and everything like that. But at the same time, a lot of people and most people in this world, because just of how we're bred, or just not looking at the facts that we're in the end times right now. And at any time, at any time things can get worse, and it will get worse, but people got to realize that all these things that we put on such a high priority in our life, you know what I'm saying, they're not important. You can think about, having so much fame and people looking so much upon you and recognizing you and everything like that. All these things are not important. It even says it right here in Ecclesiastes 1:14. I have seen all the things that are done under the sun. All of them are meaningless, a chasing after the wind, you know. And basically, you chasing after the wind, you chasing your dreams and everything like that. And I'm not, just like I said, I'm not speaking down on anybody's dreams or anything like that. But when you really look at it, everything except for trying to live for the Most High and getting closer to Him is the only thing we should be doing. You got to live. And I understand, like, you trying to, you may have been, athlete, whatever like that. You trying to chase, something like that so you can put your family or yourself in a better position. But at the same time, nobody knows what the next day or the next hour will bring for that fact. You know what I'm saying? It says right here that everything is all of them are meaningless. All things done up under the sun are meaningless. And I look at it like chasing the wind, it's like chasing your dreams. You know what I'm saying? You chasing something that basically is meaningless. You can chase your dream. You know what I'm saying? You can chase, as far as like having all these different, fans and everything like that. But at the same time, what does it all get you? What does it all profit you? The only thing that's gonna profit you something eternally is chasing the Father. You know what I'm saying? And trying to pursue Him as much as possible. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the only thing in this life worth living for. He's the only one in this life worth living for. Because all of that fame, you can be like, that's where it says another, another, makes me think of something. You can gain the whole world. It's another scripture. I can't think of the verse right now, but you can gain the whole world, and what is the profit of man to gain the whole world and lose your soul? You know what I'm saying? You work to get all these things. You work to get all this fame. You know what I'm saying? You work to get all of this, and at the same time, you can have it taken, in the blink of an eye, and all those things can be gone, and all that you work for, all that you pursue will be gone. You know what I'm saying? Everything that you work for will be gone, it can be gone in the blink of an eye. But and that's pursuing everything in this world, because when you really think about it, everything that you really trying to pursue, just like I said, could be gone in the blink of an eye, and it's not worth anything really. What is it? You know what I'm saying? Just like when you in the hood, you know what I'm saying, and you banging, you know what I'm saying, and that's what I'm saying. I'm gonna put it in the world's perspective. When you banging, and the only thing that you do, you can be a menace all you want to and put in work for your neighborhood and everything else like that. But at the same time, the only thing that you're really doing, no disrespect to anybody, you know what I'm saying, to anybody, who's banging right now. But at the same time, the only thing that you really get, you know what I'm saying, is your name on the shirt or your name on the wall. You know what I'm saying? If you get that, and everything that in your head that you was working toward, is gone. You know what I'm saying? So don't be fooled by this world, and don't be perceived by all this living your best life, and you know, I gotta chase my dreams and chase the bag and all that stuff. That's meant to fool. That's meant to fool the mass majority. That's something that Satan has put out. The only thing you're gonna get, with pursuing this world is, you may get famous or you may get a gang of money, but at the same time, you gotta leave this world one day, and all those things will have been for nothing. You can't take that money with you. I ain't never saw nobody, just like people, they have so many materials and everything like that. Just think about it. Have you ever seen anybody, you know, at a funeral or anything, hook everything up to a U-Haul truck and take them with them when they die? They can't do that, and you've never seen it, because basically when you die, the spirit goes up and that body stays down and returns to the earth from where it came from. So peep game. You know what I'm saying? Don't waste time pursuing dreams and pursuing things of this world. You know what I'm saying? I'm not speaking down on anybody's dreams. If you're an athlete, you doing your stuff, you know what I'm saying? That's good. I'm not speaking to that, or anything like that. Don't get consumed with it, but think about it. You know what I'm saying? Don't get consumed with it, because it's really meaningless when you look at it. You know what I'm saying? When you look at the whole picture, as far as, is it really worth it? You putting all your time and your effort into, being something in this world. You know what I'm saying? When the real thing is what we got to do, after we leave from here. But hey, I love y'all, man. I just want to, put that in your head, as far as like, what are we really pursuing? You know what I'm saying? When we call ourselves, chasing a bag and everything, you're not supposed to chase the bag anyway. That's something sent by Satan. You know what I'm saying? You're not supposed to chase any bag. That's money. You chasing money. You know what I'm saying? You putting that money again on the pedestal. And it eventually becomes your God. And that's the thing. All these, I ain't gonna say all, I say most of these celebrities get fooled by, and they get lost in that life, and they get obsessed with having money and having these things right here, and they lose track of, who their true source has been the whole time, and who has been protecting them from all those things that, all those things that they didn't see. And you get lost in that life. Don't ever pursue a bag. That's so stupid, as far as like you pursuing money. The only thing we should be pursuing is the Most High with all our heart, because just like I said, you can get all that money, you can get all that fame, you can have all these followers and all these, you know what I'm saying, people who admire you. But at the same time, you know what I'm saying, what's going to happen if, Lord forbid, Yah forbid, that, you leave from here? All that stuff will be for nothing. They'll talk about you. They can talk about you, he did this or she did that, or you know what I'm saying, they made this music, or they did this, or they played this sport, the best, or whatever like that, or they acted the best, or whatever it may pertain. But at the same time, you know what I'm saying, what is it going to do for your soul? What is it going to do when you leave from here, and you're determined, and your life is determining, whether you go, to the lake of fire, or to be with the Most High. Because, just like I said before, you either go one or two places. Either demons are going to come and get you, or, you know what I'm saying, or you going with the Father. And it's up to him, you know what I'm saying, whatever, he chooses to do then.